UFC 249 is in the books, and what do I think? I think that the winner was Khabib Nurmagomedov, 100%, конечно, ну и что? He won because he doesn't got to fight Tony Ferguson, who looked flat anyway. Justin Gaethje fought a smart fight. It was the same Justin Gaethje, just a little bit cleaned up and smarter. But no matter how good Gaethje fought, it was bad tactics by Tony Ferguson. It was irresponsible to fight Justin Gaethje the way he fought him. You don't stand in the middle of the ring and fight somebody who puts people to sleep that way. You run somebody who has got a short camp, you run them around, and then you take it to jiu-jitsu where you're better. Even if Gaethje's wrestling is better than your wrestling, your jiu-jitsu is better. Your submission game is better. So what did Gaethje do? He kicked him, he kicked him, he kicked him, and then he countered with beautiful heavy strikes. That left hook, left jab, everything left was beautiful. And he set it up with the low leg kick, and he just used slight angles to dodge counter strikes. There was 3 times in the whole fight where Tony Ferguson landed something that was wow. And Gaethje landed 3 wows per round. And that was just picking from the best of the 9 or 10 strikes that he landed on him. He got Tony Ferguson punch drunk in the second, and then just kept picking at it until Tony Ferguson wasn't thinking right since the second round. Maybe the first. He was slap happy punch drunk, and that was just a good execution by Justin Gaethje, and it was poor execution by Tony Ferguson. I made a video predicting that Tony Ferguson would win because he would be smart. He would be smart. He would trade hands with him a little bit to get Justin winded, and then run him around the ring for a round or two and take it to the ground and do jitsu and go down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and cut him up with the elbows in transition. But that's not what happened. Here's what happened. Gaethje kicked him, and then anything that Tony Ferguson did got a counter with something heavy in the face. Guys, I didn't watch anybody's analysis of this, because usually I don't. It's usually bullshit to sell the next fight. But there are people that I respect that did stuff. Joe Rogan, Cormier, you know. But I purposefully didn't watch that because I wanted to give you my unbiased, uninfluenced analysis. And here's what it is. Justin Gaethje fought a fight that I was taught how to fight in judo, where you make the opponent come to you, and then you chop the tree down with the low kicks, and then you set him up for some major business up top, or an ippon, or a throw, where you move, strike, kill. That's a Marine Corps term where I learned a watered-down Hickson Gracie form of Gracie Jiu-Jitsu in the Marines. And you couldn't have asked Justin Gaethje to do a better job than that. But I expected way more from Tony Ferguson. I was yelling at my device, my cell phone. Shoot. 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 Kick him in the head. Shoot. Take it to the mat. Justin Gaethje was not defending takedowns. Oh, I guess we'll never know because he didn't really try. He tried one sweeping leg roll late. A one-legged sweeping leg roll against a Division I wrestler who has been kicking the shit out of you. Come the fuck on. Come the fuck on. In the second round, he should have been shooting at the waist or the knees to take him to the ground and play jitsu. Because if it's a game of who can get who in a submission, or who can have who in the advantage on the ground, Tony Ferguson wins that. But when it's a game of who can hit who harder in the head, Tony Ferguson's got incidental knockout power. Meaning that with everything else he does, he can hit you and put you to sleep. Justin Gaethje's got one shot pop power. All I got to do is hit you once. I could be losing the fight. I could have not hit you at all ever. And then one time, I get you with my bad hand and put you to sleep. That's Justin Gaethje. Mass moves mass. So the heavier you are, because Justin Gaethje's a heavier dude, and he's slower, he's had a short camp, you should have ran him around, took him to the mat, and fucking went for a submission. But you didn't do that. You stood and shared hands with someone who can knock out anybody. Even if they're heavier than him, he can put down a fucking super heavyweight because he's got one shot pop. Now, would he? Probably not. But super heavyweights go to sleep all the time. It's just kinetic energy. One shot pop is just kinetic energy. And it's based on your technique and your body physiology. Most of the time. You can teach it to most anybody. But if you can get the right snap and pop, you put anybody to sleep. Then you have to add the dynamics of the fight to it. Do you see those opportunities? Do you have the killer instinct? Do you have the balls to throw the fucking punch? And the only thing that we know about Justin Gaethje, for sure, is he can throw something that'll knock you the fuck out. And now he's cleaned up the fucking holes in his defense. He's using good angles to dodge punches. Yeah, you're hitting him, but you're not hitting him the way he's hitting you. He's hitting you with these. You're hitting him with this. 3 times Tony Ferguson hit him well and connected. And 3 times I looked at Justin Gaethje and I was like, guy ain't even rattled. That is a loser's bet. Trying to knock out somebody who doesn't get rattled by big shots is betting that your power is enough to put him to sleep instead of the pop shaking him up so you could do something else. It's a bad bet with Gaethje. I made a video predicting this fight, and I said that Tony Ferguson was going to win because he was going to run him around and go to jiu-jitsu. And then I said if he stood in the ring and traded hands with Justin Gaethje, he was going to get put to sleep. And guess what he fucking did? He sat there and fought him in the middle of the ring like Donald Cerrone did. And he got tooled up like Donald Cerrone did. Except he put up a little bit better of a shot. Tony Ferguson looked flat to me. I mean, his cardio was good and everything, yeah, but he wasn't dancing around doing all this shit from weird angles. You know? So Gaethje wins. And now Gaethje's going to fight Khabib. And Khabib is going to show him that he's not going to sit and take fucking punishment. He's going to shoot. He's going to press him up against the cage. He's going to wear him out like a boa constrictor. And he's going to fucking put him in the books. Whether it's submission or Khabib is going to fucking have the fight ended because he's grounded and pounded him. I don't know. I don't know. But Khabib is going to do a smart game plan against Gaethje. Gaethje is not a perfect fighter. He fought a perfect fight because a smart fighter fought stupid. And I expected more from Tony Ferguson. He fought like, so it was wow. Wow, you got a good chin, you know. Wow, you can go in there, and the leg sweep was a wow, and the uppercut was a wow. He's still a great fighter. What I'm saying is, I expected a great fighter to execute a better game plan. And that is fucking what's up. So, you know, Великий GAETHJE, but he's going to find out that Khabib is, you know, отлично, Великий Khabib, you know, понятно. So, in retrospect, this is the first time the only call I missed on this card, the only fight I didn't guess right was Ferguson GAETHJE. But I was right that if Tony fought silly, he was gonna get fucking put to bed. And now it's the question's answered. This sucks for Ferguson. Khabib is now the greatest lightweight of all time without having to fight him, because he fought a fucking bad game plan. I expected more from Eddie Bravo. I thought you have to take GAETHJE to the mat. You have to. It has to be a battle of superior disciplines. Jiu-jitsu is superior to wrestling, in my opinion. And, you know, the edge goes to GAETHJE in wrestling a little bit. It's not, the gap isn't tremendous. And that's what you get. That's what you get when you sleep on a guy. He slept on Justin GAETHJE. His hubris was too huge. He thought that he had the same kind of hands that Justin GAETHJE has, and he doesn't. He thought he has the same kind of kicks that Justin GAETHJE has, and he fucking doesn't. So now we got to have Khabib show GAETHJE what true martial arts are. And the only thing that GAETHJE didn't do to fight a good judo game plan, they didn't fucking ippon him, throw him, and then finish him somehow with techniques. That was it. The rest of it, that stand-up and low kick and boxing, I learned that in judo. So, kudos to GAETHJE. He is a true champion. He is now elite. Совсем 100%. Without argument, GAETHJE is now elite. He was before, but, you know, now there's no argument. So, UFC 249 in the books. The winner, наконечно, Великий Khabib, Khabib Nurmagomedov. One more time. Because he's got to be close to weight. And after Ramadan, and he's got to be rested. It's not easy coming back from Ramadan, but it's not easy cutting weight for a fight either. It's easier to do it on your terms than have to do what Justin GAETHJE did. Justin GAETHJE is a champ.